This is the video to solve the problems based on series and parallel combinations. So, let us see some examples how to solve series and parallel combinations. So, this is the first problem. So, here I am going to find out the resultant resistance of the resistors which are connected in series. Here the resistors which are having resistances of 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 5 ohm. These three are connected in series, you know very well because the connection is series. So, in series combination the resultant R is given by R1 plus R2 plus R3 implies the resultant here is R is equals to 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equals to 10 ohms. This is very simple. So, in series combination just you have to add the resistors whose resistance is given. Go to the next problem. So, which contains series and parallel both. So, it is like this. This is 2 ohm, this is 1 ohm, this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 2 ohm and this is say 2 ohm. I am going to solve this circuit. So, here as it is a little bit complicated, I have to solve it is in very easy way. So, here these two are in series. So, in series connection it will be R is equals to R1 plus R2. So, I can write 1 plus 1 which is equals to 2 ohms. Now, the circuit becomes like this 2 ohms, 2 ohms, 2 ohms, 2 ohms. The resultant of these two is 2 ohms again. Now, these two are in parallel. So, it will be the resultant of these two 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 which is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is nothing but 2 by 2 is nothing but 1. So, R is equals to 1. So, the resultant of these two is 1. So, I can again make it a simpler way, make it in simpler way 1 . So, this is 2 ohms, this is 2 ohms, the resultant of these two is 1 ohm and this is 2 ohm. Now, these two are in series again. So, it will be 3. Now, the circuit becomes three ohm and this is 2 ohm and this is 2 ohm and this is the battery. Now, these two are in parallel. So, 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 is equals to, so 6 is the LCM, 2 3s are 3 2s are, so it is 5 by 6. So, R can be written as 6 by 5. So, the circuit becomes six by 5 ohm and this is 2 ohm, this is the battery. Now, again these two are in series. So, R is equals to 2 plus 6 by 5, 2 can be written as 2 by 1. So, I can take LCM as 5. So, 1 5 is so 10 plus 6 16 by 5, 5 1s are 5 3s are 15.2. So, R is equals to 3.2 ohms. if the battery given is 6 volts, if you ask to find out the current in the circuit, I, how much current is there in the circuit, then we have a formula V is equals to IR. This is from Ohm's law, from I is equals to V by R. So, I can write 6 by 3.2 is nothing but 60 by 32, implies 32 ones are. Now, 28 remains 3, approximately 9. So, 1.9 amps. So, in this way you can find out the current in the circuit also. So, this is, so we have to simplify the circuit step by step. In practice, there is no need to draw each and every figure like this. You can directly calculate. This is the problem in which we have to find the ammeter reading and voltmeter reading. So, for this to find the ammeter reading, you should not do like this. You have V is equals to IR. So, from this I can write ammeter reading means current reading. So, current I is equals to V by R. So, V is equals 24 and R here is 6. So, 6 ones are 6 fours are. So, 4 amps. So, this is not correct. So, this is not correct. So, first of all you have to find the resultant resistance of this circuit. ఈ సర్క్యూట్ యొక్క టోటల్ రిజల్టెంట్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ మనం కనుక్కోవాలి. కనుక్కొని అసలు ఈ సర్క్యూట్లో ఎంత కరెంట్ ఫ్లో అవుతుందో కనుక్కోవాలి ఫస్ట్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ ద కరెంట్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ త్రూ అవుట్ ద సర్క్యూట్ అండ్ ఫర్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద రిజల్టెంట్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ of the resistors given in the circuit. So, here the resistors are 6 ohms, 12 ohms and 2 ohms, in which 6 ohms, 12 ohms are connected in parallel, and to this combination 2 ohms is connected in series. అంటే 6 ఓంలు 12 ఓంలు ప్యారలల్ గా కనపబడి తర్వాత 2 ఓంలు దీనికి సిరీస్ లో కనపబడ్డది. ఫస్ట్ ఈ రెండిటి యొక్క రిజల్టెంట్ మనం కనుక్కుందాం. సో ఫర్ దట్ 1 by R is equals to, you have 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is the formula for, so it is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12, implies 1 by R is equals to 12 is the LCM, 6 2s are and 1s are. So, 3 by 12. So, R is equals to 12 by 3, which is equals to 3 1s are, 3 4s are. So, this is 4 ohms. So, the combination of these two, the resultant of these two resistors is equals to 4 ohms. So, this 4 ohms is in series with this 2 ohms. So, the total resistance of the circuit is given by R equivalent is equals to 4 plus 2, because in series combination R is equals to R1 plus R2. So, it is 6 ohms. Now, the current in the circuit is given by Ohm's law as I is equals to V by R, implies I is equals to 24 by R. Resultant resistance is 6 ones are, 6 fours are, so 4 amps. So, 4 amps is the current in the circuit. So, this 4 amps is comes here and splits like in this way and comes out as 4 amps, means 4 amps enter here and at this point this 4 amps splits like this and it will become I1 and it will become I2, and again these two will be added and the current through this whole circuit is 4 amps. So, how much is I1? So, I want to find out the ammeter reading, means the current flowing through 6 ohm resistor. So, for that I have I is equals to V by R and V is not this one here. So, this is the voltage of this parallel combination. So, to find out the voltage of this parallel combination, first I have to find out the voltage drop here, means this voltmeter reading. So, here V is equals to IR is the formula. So, voltage drop at 2 ohms is I is 4 amps into R is 2 is equals to 8 volts. 8 volt is the voltmeter reading. So, the remaining voltage is the voltage in this parallel combination. Vp is equals to total voltage 24 volts minus 8 volts. So 24 minus 8 is 16 volts. So 16 volts is the voltage of this parallel combination, means 16 volts will be here and 16 volts will be here. So now the current reading I of 6 ohms. For your convenience, I am writing I of 6 ohms. This I of 6 ohms is the ammeter reading, is equals to V by R. V is the voltage of this parallel combination, which is 16, and R is 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are 12, 40, 6 are 36, again 40. So it will be 2.67 amps. So now if you ask to find out the current here, then it will be equals to I 12 ohms is equals to 16 by 12, 12 ones are 40, 12 threes are 6, 36, again 12 threes are. So 1.33, 2.67. So the total of this is equals to 4 amps. So this is the way to, so I1 plus I2, again I. So I will be equals to the sum of I1 and I2. ఇక్కడ స్ప్లిట్ అయిన I1, ఇక్కడ స్ప్లిట్ అయిన I2, ఈ రెండు కలిస్తే మళ్ళీ మనకు 4 amps రావాలా. So 2.67 is the current through 6 ohms and 1.33 is the current through 12 ohms. So again the total current is 4 amps. In this way you have to find out the ammeter and voltmeter readings in a circuit. So this is the problem given. A wire is stretched to 3 times its length. What is the change in resistance and resistivity? So ఒక వైర్ని దాని లెంత్కి 3 రెట్లు అయ్యేటట్టు సాగదీస్తే దాంట్లో రెసిస్టెన్స్లో రెసిస్టివిటీలో ఎట్లాంటి మార్పు వస్తుంది. సో లెట్ us consider this is the wire. The length of the wire is L, say, and the area is A. Cross sectional area is A. Now it is stretched thrice, అంటే దీన్ని 3 రెట్లు చేసినాం మనం. 3 times దీన్ని stretch చేస్తే its length becomes 3L and its area will be decreased to A by 3 because the volume will not be changed. వాల్యూమ్ చేంజ్ కావద్దు. వాల్యూమ్ చేంజ్ కావద్దు అంటే ఎల్ పెరిగితే కంపల్సరీగా ఎన్ని రెట్లు ఎల్ పెరిగితే అన్ని రెట్లు ఏ తగ్గాలి. సో ఇఫ్ ద లెంత్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ టు 3L then the area will be AI3. We have a formula R is equals to rho L by A. I think you know very well because the resistance depends on material and length of the conductor and area of cross section of the conductor and etc. So from this R is equals to rho L by A, where rho is called the resistivity. Resistivity is constant. Resistivity of this is constant. So what is the change in resistivity? So to make you confused, he asked this question. So there is no change in resistivity. Resistivity remains constant. R1 is equals to rho L by A. This is the initial one. And the resistance after stretching. Stretching tarvata దీని యొక్క resistance R2. This is the resistance before stretching. And this is after stretching. So it will be rho L. Instead of L I can keep 3L and instead of A I can keep A by 3. Now I want to divide R2 with R1. So it will be rho into 3L by A by 3 by rho into L by A implies R2 by R1 is equals to rho into 3L by A by 3. By 3 can be kept here into A by rho L. This rho, this L and this A gets cancelled. Then R2 is equals to R1 goes that side, R1 into 3 into 3. So 9 R1 implies R2 is equals to 9 R1 means therefore the resistance of the wire increased 9 times. If length is increased thrice, I mean 3 times, then the resistance will be increased 9 times. So one more problem is here. What is the power consumed by a 100 watt 220 volt bulb when it is connected to 110 volt main? So we have power P is equals to the product of voltage and current. So here voltage is here, but current is not given, and current may not be same. Current will not be same if it is connected to 220 volt and 110 volt. Current will be different. So we should not use this formula. So we have one more, P is equals to V square by R. Why? Because P is equals to VI, V into I. From Ohm's law, P is equals to IR, I is equals to V by R. So V into V is V square by R. This is the formula. R remains constant whether it is connected to 220 volt or whether it is connected to 110 volts or something. So R remains constant. So for that I am going to find out the resistance of the circuit first. For this I am going to use this data. So power P is equals to V square by R. From this I can write P is equals to, means 100 is equals to V square 220 square by R. This is to be find out. From this R is equals to 220 into 220 by 100. 2 zeros implies R is equals to 22 into 22, which is equals to 484 ohms. This is the resistance. So this resistance is constant. So now I am going to find out the power when it is connected to 110 volt main. So power is equals to, again I have to take the same formula, V square by R. V is equals to 110 square by R, which is equals to 484. 110 whole square, 110 into 110 by 484. So 11 ones are 11 fours are 44. So again 44, 11 fours are again 11 ones are 11 fours are. So it is equals to 100 by 4, 4 ones are 4 2s are 8, 24 5s. So power is equals to 25 watt. So here is one more problem. An office uses 10 bulbs of 50 watt and 2 air conditioners of 1500 watt for 10 hours a day. If the cost of electricity is rupees 7 per unit, what is the monthly expenditure on electricity given for the month of June? So we have to find out the expenditure on electricity from the given data. So first of all you have to find out the electricity consumed. So how much energy is consumed should be find out. First you have a formula, E is equals to power into time. For bulbs, E bulbs is equals to power of bulb is 50 into T. Time is 10 hours. Keep it in hours and the number of bulbs are 10. So total of 10 into 10, 100 into 50 is 5000 watt hours. Now electrical energy for air conditions, the power is 1500 and the time is 10 hours and the number of units is 2. So this will be 15 to the 30,000 watt hours. You know very well 1 unit is equals to 1 kilowatt hour. So, the total energy here, the electrical energy, total electrical energy is 30,000 plus 5,000. So, 35,000 watt hours. So, I want it in kilowatt hours, kilo means 1000. So, it is equals to 35 kilowatt hours. So, the cost of electricity is rupees 7 per unit. So, how many units are here? 35 units. 35 cost per day is equals to 35 into 7 rupees each. So, 7 5s are 35, 7 3s are 21, 245 rupees. This is per day. So, expenditure in the month of June. In the month of June. So, June month contains 30 days. So, 245 rupees into 30 days is equals to 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12 plus 1 13, 7. So, this is rupees 7,350. So, this is the expenditure in the month of June.